Om Asto ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityor ma amritam gamya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hello my dear friends. Friends, this is a wonderful and auspicious chant from our Vedas. And if you recite it, especially in the morning, it is going to benefit you a lot. But you must know the meaning of this chant and keep that meaning in your mind while you recite. Now, this is a prayer to God or to your over self. Your over self is the God nearest to you. And this chant means, lead us from unreal to real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Let me clarify a little. Unreal to real. See, in spirituality, anything which is not permanent is not real. Our physical body is going to die, so it is not real. Real is our true self, over self, soul, which is eternal. So in true sense, life is eternal. So this is meant by lead us from unreal to real, so that we realize that we are never going to die. Then lead us from darkness to light. It is the darkness of ignorance, and the light is light of wisdom or enlightenment. Lead us from death to immortality doesn't mean that you will be freed from physical death. Death only comes to the physical body, and our true self never dies. It is eternal. So it will make you realize this fact, this truth, that you are eternal. Then Om, peace, peace, peace. Without inner peace, there can be no spiritual development. Peace is so important. So my dear friends, do you ever realize the importance of health of your mind? People nowadays especially, they are aware of the importance of their physical health. They know what to eat, what not to eat. Awareness is increasing nowadays. That is good. Health of your physical body is important, of course. But most people ignore the importance of the health of their mind, which is more important than the health of your physical body. Why? You will see there are so many examples that many people who have physical difficulties, physical ailments or any other difficulty, but they have a healthy mind, disciplined mind, they still can have success and happiness in life. But on the contrary, if your mind is not disciplined and it is not healthy, then in spite of having wealth and all comforts in life, you can still be confused, not happy, not contented in life. You may become depressed or sad with little events going against you. So health of your mind is very important. I thought deeply about it. What is the reason why people, in spite of having wealth and all facilities, comforts, most people are not contented, they are not truly happy? And I find that the main reason is that most people do not know the purpose of life, why we are here, what is our role. So unless you realize the purpose of life, you won't be able to take life as it comes, because sorrow, suffering, difficulties, obstacles are part of life. No one is free from them. Time is cyclic and not same for everyone. It keeps changing. We pass through good times and then through bad times. So sorrow, suffering, pain, obstacles, difficulties are part and parcel of life, and they are important. But that is only if you understand the purpose of life. And the purpose of life, my dear friends, is learning, 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 and nothing else but learning. The great Tibetan Lama Lobsang Rampa has written that the sole purpose of life is learning and nothing else but learning. And learning comes through experiences. See, down here on this earth, we are representatives of our true self, overself, or soul, which is residing in a very high dimension. And we are here to learn the hard lessons of life in order to evolve. The purpose is to evolve, right? And it is irony of life that no one learns the hard lessons of life through comforts only. So sorrow, suffering, difficulties are mostly pre-decided. Before you take birth, you decide, because all the planning, what type of experience you need, and for those experience what kind of conditions are necessary. So most difficult conditions are pre-selected. It is wrong to believe that all your difficulties or sorrow, sufferings are due to your past bad karma. It could be, but not always. Not all of your difficulties, sorrow, sufferings are due to your past bad karma. They may be the preconditions you selected yourself before birth, because you wanted to learn, right? See, when you send your child to school, then the child may have difficulties adjusting there with others, but it is tolerated. Why? For the future of the child, right? The same thing applies here. But since all the planning of life before birth is in our subconscious mind, that memory is in our subconscious mind, not in the conscious mind. And that was necessary, otherwise people won't be able to live in a natural way. So in that confusion, people do a lot of wrong things. They follow the wrong path and they land in trouble. So most of the difficulties may be due to your own wrong thinking or wrong actions. But still they are meant to teach you the importance so that you follow the right path. It is only in times of difficulties, sorrow, suffering, that one awakens from the sleep of ignorance. Everyone is born with some latent spiritual powers which are not developed, and only when you pass through difficult times, then you develop. If you take the things in right perspective, you develop those latent powers and your inner strength increases. But that is only if you understand the meaning of life and the importance of sorrow, suffering and difficulties. But that doesn't mean that sorrow, sufferings, pain, difficulties have to be there. If you learn, you evolve, then you can overcome these. Then these are not required, right? Now, the best thing is, see, most of the your difficulties or your problems which are bothering you, you can resolve. But for that, I see many people, they keep escaping, they don't face their problems. Then what happens? A little problem gets enlarged, then difficult to resolve. So I suggest that you spare at least half an hour. Doesn't matter how busy you are, you can spare half an hour. Sit somewhere comfortably where nobody disturbs you and look into your mind. What is it which is bothering you? What you can do to resolve it? Most of the problems are self-made. You can resolve. But if you try your best and you are unable to resolve certain thing, that means you need to accept it. You need to learn to live with it. You can find alternatives, but you need to accept if you are unable to resolve something, even after your best efforts. Now, the other day, a lady commented on one of my videos, and she mentioned that she is unable to bear children. So she was sad, depressed. She consulted an astrologer who told her that she must have done some sin in previous life. That is why she is being punished. So that put her more in gloom. That made her guilty that she did something wrong and now she is being punished. It is wrong. I suggest that when you are in problems, don't go to astrologers or fortune tellers. Sit calmly, close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, calm down your mind and think what you can do with your existing problem. Now that lady may have some medical issues, medical problems. Why not take help of medical science? And if even the medical science is unable to resolve the problem, then why not adopt a child? There are millions of homeless children seeking homes where they can live and develop. So you can adopt an orphan if you are so keen. So what I mean to say is there are alternatives, and it is very essential that you resolve your problems so that you live contentedly, happily. See what happens if you are most of the time gloomy, sad, depressed, not contented with life, then the body chemistry is affected badly. See, our body has so many chemicals, and there is electricity, electrical impulses. You must have heard about the brain waves. So brain gets affected due to altered chemical reactions, due to your mood, and it generates faulty brain waves. Then you are unable to receive the signals which are coming to your brain from your overself to guide you, to keep you on the right path. So it is very important that you look after your brain, and that is only if you live contentedly, happily. Occasional disturbances of mind can be there due to certain events. It's okay, it's part of life. But your sadness, your depression must not linger on, right? This seventh chakra center, Sahasrara, is very sensitive because it extends into the spirit world, and it is very easy to imbalance it, right? So my dear friends, take care. Mind is not in the brain. That is another thing you must know. Mind is not located in the brain. So for your any mental issues, if you go to a psychiatrist, that psychiatrist is going to prescribe certain medicines which may badly affect your brain, because they think mind is in the brain. It is not. For any mental issues, you need counseling, or the way I am telling you, do breathing exercises, do meditation, and resolve your problems, resolve your issues. That is only if you understand the value of life, the purpose of life. Right? My dear friends, if there is a problem, there is a solution as well. And if you resolve that you want to overcome your problems, whatever it is, and you want to get rid of all your negative traits because you want to evolve, if you put even the first step in this right path, I tell you from my own experience that the divine forces are going to help you tremendously. Then you will definitely be able to overcome even your difficult problems. But for that, for getting the divine help, the condition is you must initiate first. Only then God will help you, definitely. Now, my dear friends, let me give you some suggestions. First is breathing exercises, pranayama, and meditation, even if you spend 15 minutes, right? Because breathing exercises and meditation, they help you to discipline your mind, and a disciplined mind will obey your orders. Don't let your mind be your boss, right? Rule over your mind. That is only if you discipline it, right? And also it is very important, let me guide you, another very important thing. Do you help others? If you don't, you must. See, there are certain laws of nature. Even if you do not believe or you are ignorant of the laws of nature, still the laws of nature do operate. They are not dependent upon your belief system. And one law is that whatever you give through thoughts or actions is bound to come back to you. So if you radiate negative thoughts, thoughts of depression, sadness, then you're going to get back sadness and depression through events in your life. And if you are, through your actions, you are doing harm to others out of greed or lust or anything, bad is bound to come to you with added interest. It will be enlarged. Opportunities in your life will be less. But on the other hand, if you are doing good through thoughts and actions, you are helping others. You are wishing others good time, wellness. Sit in meditation and you are radiating good thoughts of universal love, right? Then, and you are doing good actions, actions of helping others. You can help through money, that is one commodity. If you have excess of money, and excess of money is given to a person only to see how that person uses it. Does that person use it only for selfish ends or to help others? So you can help with money, but money is not only a commodity through which you can help others. You can take care of others, take care of elderly, or just listen to the problems of a depressed person, sad person. If you give just your ears to that person may feel relieved by sharing his or her problems with you. So you must help others, because only then goodness, help mysteriously is going to come to you in your time of need. It is law of nature. So my dear friends, wake up from the sleep of ignorance and keep in mind that life is very precious, and most of the things have been planned by you, and many bad conditions are must for you to learn the hard lessons of life. So and resolve your problems. Follow the tips I am giving and live happily. That is the greatest prayer to God. Thank you for watching.